What up guys, RaptueCity here and welcome to my Let's Talk series, not the normal one. The normal one on Flexx is where they talk about current events in gaming and then like fill you guys in on it, which we actually have started up again. I'm in the next episode whenever Ray's gets round to uploading it. My series is still going to be based around games, but it's also going to be based around TV shows and films in general. It's going to be like my personal tastes in TV series, what I'd like to happen with the TV series, films as well, and also with games. And today's episode, the first episode of the series, I was kind of thinking, should I do it with this? There was 3 different TV series which I was thinking of, because I wasn't going to do it with the game, and I wasn't going to do it with a film to start off with. Games, no, because I would have thought that you guys wouldn't want to see another games thing. I'm trying to vary my content up. And I thought the best way was just to avoid games and not films, because there's no film at the moment which I think deserves a sequel apart from one, and that'll probably be the next episode which I do, because they are apparently releasing more content on the sequel for it at the moment. So the first one that I'm going to do is a TV series called Trauma. If you guys don't know what it is, it first aired, I think, was 2000 and I think it was 2010. Yeah, it started in 2010 and only ran, unfortunately, for one season. And what the series is about is it's based around this group of paramedics in Los Angeles. I think should be Los Angeles. If it's not, then I'm making a fool of myself. But oh no, San Francisco. There you go. Based around a group of paramedics in San Francisco. 2 of them are part of the helicopter team. The rest are actual medics on the ground in San Francisco streets. And the way the series worked was it had the main partner bonding between the whole group, because they were a group of friends, and the main story based around one guy who was new to the team, who was replacing the old person who on the first episode they explained died in a helicopter crash. In the paramedic helicopter, there's a problem with the helicopter and the helicopter crashed and the guy died. So the new guy comes in, comes in, and he tries to get acquainted with the group, and it kind of works, kind of doesn't, and there's points in the series where it all breaks up. But the main focus of the series was the personal bond between the whole group. And there was 18 episodes in the only season that did. The first each episode was different. It would focus on a different emergency. Say one of them was, there was a ton of them. One of them was in a skyscraper, one of the skyscrapers in San Francisco, and this recent employee who had been fired from the company came in and went on a killing spree around the offices, started murdering all the employees. And that episode was actually probably one of the best episodes in the series. It was a mixture of I don't know how to explain it. It went from like CSI, NCIS kind of thing back to Trauma, and it was a really good integration. But each episode, all the 18 episodes, are a little bit different. Some of them are based on the characters a little bit more than others. Some of them are were based just on the actual incident. But unfortunately, in April 2010, when they had finished filming Trauma's first season, NBC, the bastards, cancelled the second season. It was set for 3 seasons, I think, and they cancelled it due to funding to the series. I think Trauma is one of the most highly funded series in history. I think actually, I think it went for about $2-3 million dollars it had at its budget for the 3 seasons, and then they only used $1 million of it for the first season. But it was a very actiony kind of series. It was a very, very different. So I wish there was a second series, because at the end of the final episode it kind of leaves on a cliffhanger between 2 of the characters, well actually 3. of the characters, and you don't really get to see what happens between these three characters because they canned it. But if they did bring it back, there wouldn't really be much that I would change. Honestly, it was a really good series. It's one of those ones which you can sit down, watch, understand what's going on, and then still enjoy it at the same time. Unlike The Walking Dead, there are points in The Walking Dead where you can literally sit down, watch it, and it's amazing, and then you'll get to like one episode where it's just completely character development, and it gets kind of boring, and you're like, yeah, I don't particularly want to watch this anymore. So with Trauma, I thoroughly enjoyed it. The characters they had in it were really good. The half the scenes they had in it were amazing. The actual scale of it was huge. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, it's pretty easy to grab hold of. I got it on DVD like the first week it came out. I had to, because they weren't showing it on Sky, which is our basically media box in the UK. But it was a really good series. I hope eventually they bring it back. There were rumors a few months ago that but they got scrapped by NBC. If somebody like, it would be amazing if somebody like HBO or somebody picked it up, because HBO actually have the funding for that kind of thing. If you don't know who HBO is, they did stuff like The Sopranos, Band of Brothers, The Pacific, series like that. Oh, and Game of Thrones, which is still going at the moment, which I still need to catch up with. But the video is a longer video, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to split it down into 2 segments. Now, the film that I was talking about at the start of the video, which I was thinking of doing, is Silent Hill. Now, it is game related. The film is based on a Konami-based game series. It's been going since, I think it's 2001, no, it was well earlier than that. It was 1997 or 1998. The first Silent Hill game came out on the PS1, and then it's been going on and on, and it's kind of dried up. There's like less Silent Hill games coming out now over the Xbox 360 and PS3. The last one which came out was Homecoming, and the film came out in 2004, 2005, I think. And the film, it had the same location, and I think it's one of the only films which keeps to its core plot and core basis, like really tightly. It doesn't really, because with Resident Evil, if you don't understand what I mean, films like Resident Evil, they started off kind of close to their topic with the games, and then after 3 onwards, they kind of like, pushed the Resident Evil universe games wise away, and then they just went with their own thing, which I actually like, because if they just kept on going with the games, it'd be like, yeah, this guy's got to turn up, this guy's got to turn up. But yeah, with Silent Hill, they have kept the scene on the first film very close. They haven't expanded it a lot. They have, I think it's 2 or 3 of the characters from the game in the film, and then they've expanded it from there. But honestly, I think Silent Hill is one of my favorite game to film ports, not just recently, but probably of all time. And what was confirmed a few years back was they were making a sequel to the film. Now, it was announced about 2 years after the film came out. After the second one came out, no, after Silent Hill 1 came out on DVD, they announced the 2 years after that they announced that they were making a second film. 2 months into producing the film, writing the script and that kind of thing, the editor and writer for the film was arrested and charged with vehicular manslaughter, and was sent to prison for 5 years. So if you think about it this way, he was making the film he started making the film in 2006, sent to jail for 5 years. He only got out last year. So what's ended up happening is the script was all finished by the time he had got out. They have started making the film again. Unfortunately, that is the last news that I heard. There has not been a trailer. The only extra news that they released was the cast that was going to be in the film. Some of the characters from the first one are still in it. I can't remember her name. The main character from the first film is still in it. Sean Bean, the husband, is in it. He's still trying to find her, but the main character in the film is different. She is the main character from the first one. The main character in the second one is her sister. She's gone into Silent Hill looking for her. But I hope they keep to a similar premise. I thought the first film, for a game to film, was stupidly interesting. It was because games wise, I don't particularly like Silent Hill. You may blast on me for it. I did buy the Silent Hill HD collection on Xbox. I played it and I just about got into the second one, but I kind of lost interest quite quickly. And the third one, I just couldn't get into the third one whatsoever. But the film, I found it really easy to watch. It is, if you're thinking about watching the film, just take my warning for this. It is probably one of the goriest films I have seen ever, especially the ending when they go into the cult's church. It is not even for me, who is kind of a die-hard horror fan. There was a point where it got quite hard to watch. It was like kind of ooey. But if you enjoy the Silent Hill games, I'm not too sure if you enjoy the film. In my mind, if you come into it open-minded and think, yeah, I'm gonna give it a go, then yes, it's definitely worth watching. Especially with the second film coming out. If you enjoy the first one, you got that to look forward to as well. But I'm glad they didn't do what Resident Evil did and just kind of winged it, which unfortunately I think kind of ruined the Resident Evil franchise from 3 onwards, especially with the newest film. I think it's Retribution, coming out in September or October. So yeah, that's it for my that's it really for my Let's Talk. It's gone from Trauma. If you want to watch it, it's Trauma. The TV series was from 2010. It's literally just the word Trauma. There's nothing else onto it. It's just season 1. So if you just typed in Trauma series 1, I'm sure you could find it online. Silent Hill. It's been out for a while, so it should be like horribly easy to find online. And if you guys have been paying attention to the gameplay, this game gameplay also holds the most embarrassing moment of my life in gaming ever. I got a 0-point achievement. It told me at the end what the achievement was for. It was that shortcut which I took before. It had something to do with a rival opening in it, and then I crashed into it. So basically what it said was, you were taken out by an enemy shortcut, and it was kind of embarrassing. But I look forward to the next episode of Let's Talk. Will probably most likely be about a 10-12 minute video about me talking about The Walking Dead. Due to my extensive knowledge of season 1 and 2 and my extensive knowledge of the books which have been released in the UK so far. I do know the Americans are ahead of us at the moment because we get it in volumes, you guys get it in issues. Each volume is about 10 to 15 issues in total. So at the moment we've only got 15 volumes at the moment, plus a Survivor's Guide, which I really liked reading through. So yeah, next episode will be a talk both on the comics and the TV series The Walking Dead, where that's going, my personal opinion, also hinting at a couple of characters and scenes that may appear in season 3, and yeah, that's about it. So I'll see you guys later. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. It's something a little bit different. It was split second, so it's a little bit longer than usual, but it's split second. It's a good game. It looks very racy. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys later. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you.